Hey guys, welcome to HKC217 Podcast, powered by All Seasons Energy. And this episode is sponsored by A&B Interiors, who have sponsored me from the very beginning, haven't they?
Yeah, so that's Seth and Carl who have sponsored Hudson right from the very beginning. You can find the logos on the bike and on his leathers as well, on his armour, his leathers. So massive thanks to Zeph and Carl from A&B Interior Projects Limited. This week's episode will cover
round 2 of the British mini bikes at Rowrah, and then all my races are on my YouTube channel for the vlogs and stuff like that, and the MotoGP Fantasy League, and the update on the Isle of Man TT, because it's been the qualifying day. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, the Isle of Man TT started this week.
First qualifying day.
So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, so we'll go.
So as we roll into episode 38, and it's going to be covering the weekend round 2 of the British Mini Bikes Championship, the official Road to MotoGP ACU Championship. So really good weekend. Got a really nice weather. We've been up there a few weeks before for a test a test day, weren't it? Kind of got a lot of settings dialed in. Felt like you're comfortable. Went up there with a few people that we know. Really good. So when we got there, kind of had 50% of the setup, still a few tweaks to mess about with. 70%.
Yeah, suspension 70%. Yeah, mostly.
So on practice day, really happy, weren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, happy. On the practice day, like a couple of weeks before, quite a shock going from T-side to Rowrah, because you're going from two different opposite ends of the spectrums in terms of technicality wise. So that were a lot different.
Oh, you did actually touch on the T-side versus Rowrah is a lot more technical.
Yeah, and a lot more physical as well.
Which we're... I'm sorry?
Don't get any rest.
Don't get any rest on that one. So yeah, but we're looking forward to that. I mean, like the conditions from T-side, just alone, that should have made you a little bit more pleased with the track conditions.
Yeah. A lot more smoother at Rowrah compared to T-side. It were even worse this year at T-side, so...
Yeah, fantastic
really
facilities
nice.
up at Rowrah, like the paddocks all being tarmacked, electricity over across the paddock. Massive shout out to Malk for sorting everything out there and running round and getting everybody in place and position. So thanks Malk for that. And again, amazing facilities. So you went into qualifying. We haven't actually got the qualifying details up there, so we'll just jump into the race. Can you remember where you come in qualifying?
Qualifying.
Do you want me to look?
I'm sure I qualified like in what? So the qualifying in. Well, I've just pulled it up now. So happy with qualifying. Secure P3 with a 50.9 behind Frankie in P2 and Tyler on pole with a 50.6. You're really happy with your pace there. And in the open 160, you got P4. So I believe Arnie might have been P3, Frankie might have been P2 on his metric kit, and Tyler on pole on the open sprint. So we'll go back to the sprint race if you want to cover on that. Yeah, so got a really good start. This is the FIM 160 race in the first sprint race, which was 12 laps or 10 laps, I'm sure it was. No, 8 laps. 8 laps, oh wow. And it was also good as well at Rowrah with the laps shown above the start-finish line on like a digiboard. Yep. So that were really good. So I got a really good start, jumped in second in front of Frankie, and pretty much stayed in a train of 3 with Frankie, didn't I? How far behind Frankie? How far behind was he? You were like 10th, or we were all on a train, weren't we? Yeah, you got into second. Well, it was Tyler in first, you in second. I mean, it's a shame that this race was on the Saturday, so it's a shame that this race weren't broadcast. I didn't put the GoPro on either, but basically it was Tyler, Hudson, and then Frankie in a train of 3 for the full 8-lap sprint race. Yep. Bang on each other, unbelievable. Crossed the line 0.5, I think, between you all, or at least between you and Frankie, or just 0 between 5. Yeah, 0.5 between us. I just took the frag. So unbelievable race. You said it was quite intense, like racing like that. You had Frankie behind you. It was hard defending Frankie off my tail on the hairpins and stuff like that, because he were really good on the braking.
but also trying to attack on Tyler as well and trying to take a good line to square him off or something like that. But you have to kind of play both sides of the parts.
Yeah, so you're really happy with that. Like I say, it's a shame. It was an incredible race, that one. And it's a shame that it wasn't broadcast. And it's a shame that I didn't have the GoPro, even though I took the GoPro.
Yeah.
Even though you would have been just staring at Tyler's butt all the way through it. It were an incredible race. So anybody who were there, they know that were a really good race. And you're really happy with that one. So going into FIM race 2.
So started well, got away. I had a decent gap on Frankie. Then started to have some engine issues, and Frankie reeled me in with how many laps to go were it?
Maybe about halfway through. So this was a 14 lap race. So you're a bit disappointed with that. So we had a few gearbox issues in this race. So you're in second. Maybe Frankie might have caught you anyway, but Frankie took you for second, and you managed to kind of, I wouldn't say hang on a little bit,
he pulled about a quarter of a second on me towards the final laps, I can remember. But yeah, finished third, not too bad. Still some good points. And yeah, good race.
So yeah, and rolling into the FIM MiniGP 160 race 3. You got a great start at the whole shot. So you got into P1.
Yeah.
Tyler took you on the first hairpin on the inside, and then a lap later, Frankie got you on hairpin 2. Unfortunately, with free, so you kind of went there. Tyler and Frankie actually got away from you a little bit, so you were probably about 6 seconds down the road. And unfortunately, I think Tyler got round some back markers. Frankie got round, and they were doing a bit of lap traffic. I don't know if Frankie pushed a little bit too much, trying to chase down Tyler, but there were about 3 laps to go. They got through this lap traffic, and Frankie unfortunately come off down at bottom of the hill, quite a fast place.
So you come over that hill, and I came over the brow of the hill, it's the corner after
the back hairpin.
The back hairpin, at the end of the back straight. You come over the hill, and as I came down the hill, I just seen Frankie sliding. I presume he tucked his front. I don't know.
So
but
really,
it's really easy mistake to tuck your front. Through all the races, I had about 6 moments coming into their way front as a chatter or something like that.
Yeah, so really unlucky for Frankie there. Obviously, that promoted Hudson into P2. So overall, on the FIM MiniGP 160 races, Hudson got second, a third, and a second. Frankie rode incredible all weekend, and obviously so did Tyler with a hat-trick of wins. So that were really good racing.
Yeah.
And you were really happy with that. So moving on swiftly to the British Mini Bikes 160 50 Cup sprint race. So you were qualifying here in P4. So you started in P4, and you shot into P2 behind Tyler and settled in after a few laps. After about 5 laps, Frankie got past you, and about lap 6, you come across some back markers. This created a little bit of a drama.
Yeah.
So you're all together on this one. So it were pretty much an identical to the FIM 160 race. You're all together.
Came down the back
Arnie
straight.
were there though this time. So
Arnie,
there were 4 riders.
So Tyler's in front. Then it's Frankie, and then a little bit of gap to me, only about half a second. And then we had Arnie right behind me. And then I was coming down the back straight, tucked in, and I see them brake just a little bit earlier. I'm like, what's happening there? Then next minute they just come to pretty much a near standstill, and
Slight exaggeration.
Exaggeration, right? I've braked, and then I literally see Arnie come flying past us all. He goes past me, past Frankie, and he runs deep, and then carries on, and he sticks with Tyler for the rest of the race, don't he?
No, Frankie got scuppered a little bit. Frankie went into 4th because another back marker were there. You can actually see all this race from Arnie's perspective on Hudson's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We've got Arnie's GoPro footage of this 160 race, and you can see what happens there. It's quite incredible. So check the links in the comments.
Yeah.
And you'll see the BMB 160 50 race 1 sprint, and you'll see the chaos that kind of happened. Arnie kind of come from behind, and everybody's backing up, and it's all right. I mean, fantastic from Arnie. Kind of seeing everything panning out, and he just come past you, past Frankie. into second.
Kind of had the best of the situation. He could see everything.
Frankie went into fourth. Hudson were in third, and you come third on there, and you end up finishing third. Good race though. Yeah. All four of you would have been together. So moving on to the 160/50 race 2, starting from P4 again. Started well again. Got into P2, and then you're under pressure from Arne, Frankie, and then Wilson. I lost a few places, ended up in fourth. Not a bad result considering the circumstances with the bike. So obviously we had some bike issues still there. You were a bit disappointed when you come off there, but it was still a good race, and you were still kind of thinking, well, it is what it is. Not bad coming fourth with potential that we had. And then moving on to the British mini bikes, 160 race 3.
So started well
again.
Started well again. Frank shot into P1, Tyler in P2, myself in P3. Arne it past me to get P3, and I stayed with him till like the flag. We were like about a quarter of a second behind him. I was right on his tail winner for pretty much a full race.
Yeah, Arne got past you. So again, we've got the GoPro. We've got the onboard footage from Hudson. Arne catching up Hudson. Arne taking over Hudson. I've integrated that with the live feed, which it looks really good. And then you've got Hudson chasing down Arne right to the flag. You cross the line, the 10th from each other, but you've got the onboard footage as well as the live footage. Hudson chasing down Arne, and on that race 3, you actually got your PB at weekend, which were a 150.79.
Yeah,
it says there, which sounds about right.
Qualifying the pole qualifying time.
No, Tyler got
what did Tyler do?
150.6.
6 or something, but not too far off. Yeah.
But really happy with that. Really good weekend. 6 incredible races from the British mini bikes perspective.
Yeah.
Good results in the 160 Cup, the Ovale 160 FIM Cup, and a 3rd, a 4th, and a 4th in the 160 Open. So actually opening your account on the 160 Open as well, because you had 2 DNSs, there.
Yeah.
So fantastic weekend.
To say I didn't score any points in the 160 Open at round 1.
Yeah, so you've got to come away with that pretty good.
Yeah.
So moving swiftly on, we'll go over to we'll have a recap after watching the France MotoGP. So incredible watching the France GP again. Sprint race were incredible, and we're going to touch on the Fantasy League. So talking about the top 10 in the Fantasy League, we've got Adam Curtis in first position, P1 Nichols in second position, Team Rhino in third position, Slim Fresh from Canada in fourth position, Valentino Rampiente from Argentina in fifth, Ducati Panigale V45 in sixth position, RR112 in seventh position, Pino in eighth position, Crazy Canucks in ninth position, and GOD 50DV in 10th position. You're in 13th position.
Yeah.
I'm in 18th position. Luca's in 19th position. Steve's in 20th position. Uncle Dan is in 29th position. Mum's in 31st position. Alana's in 38th position. Not looking really good there. But it's been really good doing Fantasy League. We've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We've got the Italian GP coming up this weekend for the Fantasy League, so we've got to remember that we've got to make sure we have a tweak with teams for the Italian GP. Also this week, and we're already watching this, that we've got the Isle of Man TT that we've been watching every night.
Yeah.
Proper racing starts on Saturday. We're watching practice night. That's been really fantastic watching P and David Todd and McGuinness and whatever not. So we're really excited for that. We're also going to be going to the Bemze Donington round this hopefully, so to go and see Luca in the Team Green Junior Cup, which will be fantastic. So may do a vlog on that.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Oh, okay. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Massive thanks to everybody who subscribed to Hudson's channel. He's had a humongous boost, so he got to 1,000, then got to 2,000, then got to 3,000 subscribers pretty rapidly, kind of on the basis of the build-up and the footage probably that were put on to the Wheelston's crash from round 1 at Teesside.
Just a massive thanks to all you. Like, it's amazing from what in the last how many subscribers have we gone in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Well, it's gone from 2,000 to 3,000, really good. So another thing that we're doing on the channel is that every single race of Hudson's races will be on his YouTube channel. So if you check back on Hudson's YouTube channel, you can see every single race. So that's the round 1 from Teesside, race 1 and race 2. You've got all the free tech races on there. You've got all the Rowrah races on there. And going forward, they'll be uploaded pretty rapidly as well. So we'll get them straight on his channel. And you'll be able to watch them. And don't forget, you could always watch live or all his races, and the links are available on his socials to watch it live if you want to catch it live.
Yeah.
I think that pretty much covers everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything.
You've got a vlog coming up to do with Rowrah.
Yeah.
I've got to edit that. Just doing a podcast first, then we'll do a vlog. Sorry for touching that. Make sure you're liking and subscribe. Get in the comments.
Yeah.
Any new subscribers, ask any questions. Absolutely amazing. Really buzzing off it. And we'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.